Hey crafters, welcome to May. This year is certainly running full steam ahead. Can you believe it's May already? Oh, here in Australia, the weather is starting to get colder as we move into winter. But today is a beautiful, warm, autumn, sunny day. Perfect. This month's free SVG is a layered decal quote. I got myself a new diary. I know, it's the middle of the year, but it was a good colour and it had everything that I need in it. So I just had to get it. But it was missing something. It needed some sort of motivational quote on the front. So I made this SVG and here it is. Wake up and make every day count. Perfect. This layered decal came together so well, and so I just had to add it to my diary. This project this month is super simple but really effective, and you can grab the free SVG for May from my website, and I'll leave a link in the description below. So grab yourself some vinyl and let's get crafting. So the supplies you'll need for this project is some vinyl. Now I've chosen these colours. These vinyls are from Cricut, and one of my favourite, these are like the satin finish ones. This one's a gloss. I thought these colours went together nicely, and some black vinyl. You can choose any colours you like. These are the ones I chose. You'll need some parchment paper. Now in Australia we call this baking paper. So I just got this from my kitchen because I use it in my oven. So you'll also need a mat, a squidgy, your Cricut of course, and let's go crafting. Okay, so once we've uploaded the design to Design Space, it comes in one big group, so all the layers are all together. Before I separate the layers, I am just going to resize this. Now I want mine to be 15 centimeters across, so I'm just going to put the width that I wanted in up the top there, and there you go, it's 15 centimeters. Now if we ungroup the layers, you'll see that you've got all 4 layers. Now this one is one layer, this one is another one, and you've got 2 others. Now this is going to be a layered decal, so I'm going to layer all of these vinyls on top of one another to make the final project. So if you want to change the colors, I probably recommend that now you just change them so that when you're cutting them out, you know what color they are going to be cut from. These are the colors that I am going to cut mine from, the colors I've got my vinyl already sorted out. Let's make it. So now you'll see we have each layer on each colored mat. So we've got the black one, the pink all together, the apricot color, and the mint green. Now I'm going to cut them from Cricut vinyl, which I really love their vinyl, and I have a discount code if you want to grab some. I'll leave that in the description below. So I'm just going to start with the premium vinyl setting and just give it a bit more pressure, and let's cut it. So now I've cut out all of my layers, just to give them a bit of a trim. Save these extra pieces, don't want to waste anything. Now let's just weed them all. Just like to use a mat when I weed, just keeps it in place. Okay, so now we have all the layers weeded. going to start with these two first. Now I have to get a piece of transfer tape that is big enough to go over the whole thing. So I might measure it on this layer, and that way I'll know I'm getting exactly right. Okay, start off with this first layer on the transfer tape first. So we'll just move that one out of the way. Now I'll just put this one near the bottom of the transfer tape. So just stick that one on. Make sure it's stuck onto the transfer tape. And we'll peel the backing layer off. Just give it a bit of a press down. If see some lifts up like that, just press it back down. That does help. There we go. Okay. Now I'll just get this one ready for this layer. Now this is where our transfer tape will come into play. Just going to grab a smaller piece. There we go. Now I'm just going to carefully position this, holding this piece of transfer tape up so it doesn't stick down. And then you can see through the parchment paper and make sure that this word is in the right spot. Once you've got it right, we can lay the transfer tape onto the rest of it. I'll just leave that parchment paper under there so we can stick this all together. Okay, we'll lift this one off. There we go. Now we will remove this piece of backing paper. A bit of a press down. Always do this slowly so that you don't rip any of your vinyl accidentally. There we go. Now this layer is going to go onto the next layer. So we'll just grab my mat back again. Just place that down here. And I'll use my other transfer or my other parchment paper for this one. All right. Now we line all of this one up. When that's in the place, just push down that top part. And we can remove this parchment paper. Too many words. And then we are good to squidgy this one down. There we go. That looks pretty good. And now there is one layer to go. So our final layer, give this one a rub again. Okay. There we go. Now we line up this one with our backing. Make sure everywhere. We're good to go. Stick down the top section one more time. Just take that away. Give this a final squidgy down. And there we go. That turned out really good. Wake up and make every day count. All right, time to put it on our notebook. Now I got this 2024 diary and I know it's April, so almost May. So what happened to the first half of the year? Well, it was cheap and it had everything I needed and I liked the color of it basically. But I thought it needed something else. So let's pop this decal onto the top of this. Now we just need to give it a bit of a wipe. If it was a glass, then I would say use some rubbing alcohol, but because it's a papery, fabricy type cover, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give it a bit of a wipe. There we go. So we'll give it a bit of a rub on the back, just to stick it to the transfer tape. Okay, and we can peel this layer off. There we go. And now we find the proper place for it. I'm just going to put it up a bit higher because I just want to cover up the 2024. When it's ready to go, just place it down and give it a good rub. Now we'll just carefully peel off the transfer tape. And there we go. Our layered decal on my nice book. I love it. Every day I'm going to wake up and make every day count. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. Did you make one as well? What colours did you use? Why don't you let me know in the comments below. I just love layering vinyl. It's so simple and it looks so good and it's so fun. One of my favourite vinyls to work with is Tech Wrap Craft, and that's what I used today. And if you'd like to give it a try, I have a discount code, which I'm going to leave in the description below, and you can have a look at it, try it out, see how you go. I hope you had fun crafting with me today. You can find all the links you need in the description below, and while you're down in the description, why not sign up to my newsletter? And then you won't miss any of the free monthly SVGs. And if you like this video, don't forget, thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back soon with some more crafty adventures, but until then, you have a fabulous week and I'll see you next time. Bye.